New time slot, like, oh, you can put people in timeout. Okay.
You can put people in timeout?
Yeah, I just got a notification. Hi, everyone. We're live. This is a little bit different than our usual live series. We usually start at 2 p.m. every single weekday. Today it's 2:10, 2:11. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, today we're shooting the 2023 Hyundai Venue Ultimate. So this is the top trim level you can get in the beautiful and highly valuable subcompact SUV that is the Venue. Today we're going to talk about everything that comes in this trim level and why it is such a great vehicle to buy. We'll go into the specs, so engine specs, powertrain specs, as well as the space, features, technology, safety, everything. So why do we do these videos, Mike?
Yeah, number one, if you do own a Kia or a Hyundai and you want to know more about it, this is obviously the channel to be at. We have a ton of videos on every single, nearly or almost or every single make, model, trim level, exterior, interior, performance, convenience, technology. This is where you want to be to learn more about your vehicle.
Cover it all, right?
Yes, exactly.
Number two, if you are in the market for a new vehicle, we want you to consider Kia or Hyundai, or even both. We think these vehicles offer fantastic value and we love to talk about them. That's why we do these 30, 40, sometimes even 50-minute long videos explaining everything there is to know about it. And then
Number three, if you live in Ontario and you're ready to buy a Kia or a Hyundai, why not buy from us? You learned everything you needed to here on this channel, so obviously we definitely would love to take it the step further and bring you across the finish line. We have 3 locations: Brantford Kia, where we're at, Brantford Hyundai, where I work at down the street, and Owen Sound Hyundai, which is up north. So we'd be happy to help you guys finish your journey.
All right, and if this is your first live video, I promise we actually get into this vehicle. It's usually around the 3 to 4 minute mark. We take the first couple minutes to explain who we are, what we do, and why we do it. So that's what that was. I'm also going to show you guys one more thing, and that's how to join a live video. So if you're watching this in the future, it's going to be posted as a regular YouTube video. You can still leave comments, you can still like and subscribe, which we'd greatly appreciate. But if you join us live at 2 p.m. every week, it's a lot more fun. So I'll show you how to do that. What you want to do is go to YouTube and then find our channel. It's called the Kia Hyundai channel. And then under the Home tab or the Live tab, you'll see we have a video that's showcased as live. All you have to do is click on that there. It'll load you in. You may have to watch an ad. But the thing that makes it very different from a regular YouTube video is we have this live chat right over here. And that's where you guys can say hello. You can ask us questions in real time. And as soon as we're done the walkthrough of the vehicle, we always dedicate a couple minutes to answer your questions in real time. It's a lot of fun. It usually gets really off focus too, so that's what makes it fun. All right. Looking at the vehicle, this is showcased in our Atlas white color. So this is Hyundai's complimentary paint here in Canada. So no extra fee to get the white, and I think it looks phenomenal. Underneath the hood, I will pop it for you guys in a second, but we have a 1.6 liter gasoline engine with 121 horsepower and 113 pound-feet of torque. Now, this definitely isn't a sports car. It's not a huge gasoline suck-in SUV. It's efficient, it's peppy, it's very, very capable, and you're gonna love it. So let's pop the hood and show you what I'm talking about. Tied to that engine is an IVT transmission. So that stands for Intelligent Variable Transmission. Operates, oh, do you want me to get it? No?
Hey, got it.
Here, I'll hold it up. So it operates very similar to a CVT. However, it is much more responsive and much more smooth.
Okay, let go. There we go.
With CVTs, you can experience almost like a sticky feeling or rubber band-like feeling. I think Hyundai and Kia have perfected that transmission style, and that's why this one's intelligent. Now I will turn on the lights to show you guys one of the main things that makes the Ultimate probably the best Hyundai Venue to buy. Mike, do you have the key? Is it in the car?
Nope, it's back here.
Oh boy.
Don't worry, I'm here already. There we go.
So when you move up to the Ultimate trim level, which this one is, you get some additional great features like our LED daytime running lights as well as an LED headlight system that also has active cornering. So I have everything on right now, and take a look at how bright those lights are. Not to mention, they're very, very bright, which means functionality-wise, they perform great, but they also look really cool. The front end of this vehicle is very, very unique, very modern looking. I really like it. Then while we're also on the aspect of the front end, I'll talk about some of the safety features that are included in this trim level, as well as some of them that are standard. So standard in the Hyundai Venue is forward collision avoidance. Essentially, this vehicle is going to monitor what's going on ahead of you. If a car ahead of you slams on the brakes and your car detects a risk of a collision, it'll warn you inside, but it will also actively brake for you, avoiding said collision. On top of that, One of the reasons why I think this vehicle is great for the city is it has pedestrian detection. So if you're driving downtown and there's just a bunch of things going on, people walking across the street, people cutting in front of you, it's going to pick up those people as well and also warn you that there's a risk of a collision. Mind-boggling.
Yeah, I really like the grill. I really like the grill on it.
The grill's awesome.
Yeah, it really looks cool. It's like
I really like the Venue. Moving on to the wheels, these are 17-inch alloys, and these are exclusive again to the Ultimate trim level. The trims below do have nice wheels, but these ones, they're just special. I think they look much more sharp, make the vehicle really pop.
Especially when they're turning.
When they're in movement, they look phenomenal.
And they're easy to clean.
Yes, I was just about to say, they're very easy to clean. Now coming over to our door here, this vehicle does have a push to start, which means that we get this fantastic button. Now this button changed my life. My first Kia that I got had this, and I've never touched my key since. Just kidding, I touched it a couple times. But essentially, if you have the key on you, it can be in your pocket, in your bag, whatever it may be. You can just press this as soon as you get out of your car, locks your car for you, or otherwise, as you approach your vehicle and you want to get in, press that, unlocks the car for you. Then on top of that, you hop in your car and just push to start. You don't have to touch your key, ever. Unless you want to use the remote start, which is also built on to the key fob. So to use remote start, all you got to do is lock your vehicle, press and hold on your remote start button, wait for 3 seconds, your engine will turn on, press that again if you want to shut it off. Close this real quick, the car will beep. Actually, I won't close it all the way. Mike, if you want to show the mirror, this vehicle is equipped with blind spot detection. So that icon there looks like 2 vehicles. Will illuminate if there's a car in either your left or right blind spot, so the corresponding mirror will illuminate. And then if I go to signal a turn, whether it be to change lanes or to actually turn, it will beep inside the cabin to let me know it's not safe to do so. However, if I still try to change lanes, my car will revert me into my originating lane to avoid a collision in the blind spot area, which is quite nice. And earlier on in the video, I said this is probably the best Venue value subcompact SUV on the market today. And that's because look at the size of this vehicle. So for this fantastic price point, which is $24,949 by the way,
Canadian.
you get a ton of room. Yes, Canadian, that's for sure. A ton of room, and if you're not looking for the Ultimate, there's trim levels below that that are even better priced, more affordable. You still get the same amount of space, you still get great safety features. It's just an awesome car. So Mike showed back here. Now right now I do have the floorboard lowered. However, I can raise this to sit on these rails here, and it'll give me a little bit less height in my cargo area, but it'll be completely flat. If I want to fold my seats down, I'll show you what that looks like. So if no one's sitting in the back, I can pull the lever, the top.
There we go.
You can see they fold almost completely flat. Now again, if this floorboard was raised to its regular position, it would be almost completely flush, meaning you could have pets back there, they'd be nice and leveled, or any crates, something like that. Be much easier to put everything in there. On top of that, we do have a cargo cover. So this is removable, just unclips from these hooks here, and you can even tuck it underneath your floorboard right down there. Lift this up to show you that we do have a spare tire. Sorry, that's a very small view.
No, I saw, I got it.
But we do have a spare, which again, great peace of mind, especially if you're using this vehicle for lots of commuting on Canadian roads, because we know those aren't always the best. Highways and the city. All right, I'm gonna close this up. We'll mosey on down to the driver's area. And then from there, I'll show you what's inside this stunning vehicle. We'll meet you there, Mike.
So we talked about fuel efficiency. I might as well just lay it out there. It's got 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers. That's city and highway mix.
That's really good.
That's the highest. I've driven this for about 4 days, and when I did city and highway mix, I had mine well at about like 5.2, 4.8.
And usually this is a question we get whenever we talk about a Venue. They're only front-wheel drive here in Canada, so no all-wheel drive option, but we do have terrain modes inside. I'm gonna have Mike quickly show the inside before I hop in. So with the Ultimate, you get a premium cloth. So this cloth is very, very, I wanna say it's not completely stain proof, but water beads away. It is very, very cleanup friendly, I'll say.
It's also a fun design.
Yeah, very cool design. The white stitching really kind of amplifies the cabin. And if you take a look at the front dash, we got a lot of white trim around the media consoles and your air vents, which is quite nice. So again, makes the interior pop, very funky, very modern. It's a fun car, that's for sure. Usually when you think of vehicles in this size class and price area, or price class, they're boring. They're not fun. They feel like nothing. This car is fun. It reminds me of the Kia Soul. It's got a lot of soul, a lot of funkiness to it, which I really like.
Yeah. So someone asked the question if it's the same size as the Seltos, and it's not. So
It's smaller, yeah.
The Seltos is a bit bigger and higher up. A little bit higher up, yeah.
All right, so sitting in here, first of all, these seats are very, very comfortable. Great design, like I mentioned. You even have a little bit of leatherette. I don't know if we showed that earlier, but leatherette with some white piping and white stitching. The seats are manual, I will point that out. However, it's very easy to make adjustments. You can raise your seat and lower it. Go, bring it back up. You can adjust the amount of recline on the seat with this back lever. And of course, you can bring it closer or further from the steering wheel by grabbing the bar in between your legs and moving yourself. Now on this left pad over here, we have our brightness adjustment. So if I find that my dash is a little bit too dim or too bright, I can adjust it on the fly without having to dig through screens in my main unit here. To the right of it, we also have our traction control button, so you can quickly shut that off. And then for my dash, I'm gonna grab the camera from Mike and show you guys.
Because it's a little smaller of a vehicle.
Yeah, because I don't want Mike close to me. All right, no offense. We have a 4.2-inch digital cluster. So TFT cluster is what Hyundai calls it. Essentially, only this area is what you can actually move and control. So when I press this button over here on my steering wheel, I can cycle between our different menus. Let me start at the beginning. So we have our lane assist menu, which will show me if my car is reading the lanes. We also have that icon that shows me the hood's open. Press it again, we got our fuel and trip info. So check that out. Very nice. One more time, we got user settings. So here is where you can play around with some of the safety features in this vehicle. Let me click on OK to select it. You can see here, we got warning volume. If you find that the alerts on this vehicle are a bit too loud or too quiet, you can adjust it here. Driver attention warning, you can turn this off. So essentially this car is going to let you know when the car ahead of you has moved. So this is great for drive-thrus. If you're not paying attention, the car ahead of you has already picked up their order. Your car's going to ping and let you know it's time to go. Or stop and go traffic. That's also a great option. Just below that, we have driving safety. Here's where you can turn off your forward collision avoidance. So you can shut it off. You can change the reaction time if you think it's a bit too early. Lane safety, you can shut it off. And then blind spot and safe exit assist. I'm going to talk a little bit about safe exit assist because it's something most salespeople won't tell their customers about because you can't really see it or show it on a test drive. Essentially, if I park my vehicle, parallel park it on the side of a busy road, and I'm about to open my door, and the vehicle detects that there's a car upcoming in the lane beside me, it's going to alert me to not open my door. So it'll wait until that car is passed, and then again when it's safe to do so. Great safety feature, something you never think about, but are really grateful to have once it happens. Now again, for the steering wheel, it's leather wrapped and it is heated. So this vehicle is very much Canadian winter approved. I hate wearing gloves. I love having a heated steering wheel. On top of that, your seats are heated as well on 3 different levels for both the front passenger and driver seat. So nice and toasty. You'll never have a sore back, at least while you're driving, which is very nice. Okay, I'll now have Mike join me in the passenger side. Oh, hey. So hop in. In here, we got a lot going on in the very center, and that's a good thing. Hyundai really does a good job of making it still seem very user-friendly, even though there's a lot here. So first things first, I'll talk about our screen. This is an 8-inch touchscreen display with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, meaning that if I forget my charger, that's okay. I can still have my maps, my music, my Spotify, Waze, anything projected onto my main screen here, and it works seamlessly. Now, on top of that, we still have regular Bluetooth, so if you're not a fan of Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can just have your phone connected and still receive calls or send text messages with your voice, which is very, very nice. We still have regular radio and media. Yeah, you guys know the drill. Below that, we have some physical buttons. So again, if I quickly want to get to my setup screen and change, I don't know, the date or time or something like that, I can press that and then go to those menus there. A button for a radio, media, seek, track, and even a favorite button. So if there's a setting that you frequently find yourself going to, you can preset that favorite button to be a shortcut to said setting, which is very, very nice. On top of that, we have this huge dial for your volume. It's also going to be your power button, so if you want to shut off your media, just give it a press, it's gone. And then a tune knob on the right.
What? Peel.
Yeah, this has been our test drive car and that sticker's still on, what? All right, and then another thing you get added on to the ultimate trim level is an automatic climate control system. Let's take a moment for these funky dials. I think these look so cool. Also very easy to read, so while you're driving, you're not gonna have to get off focus and figure out what button you're pressing or what you're doing. So essentially with automatic climate control, I can set the temperature to whatever I like, let's say 18 degrees, and then press auto, and it's gonna keep me at that temperature. It's not gonna keep blowing hot air, it's not gonna keep blowing cold air. It's gonna take me to 18 degrees, and then I never have to touch it again. Very great to have. Now, if I don't want to use the automatic system, I can manually set my temperature and then manually select my fan speed if I choose to do so. Intake options, so whether it's recirculated air or fresh air, you can select that there. And then your directional controls are just underneath the temperature gauge. You can also press off to shut everything off, which is quite nice. Just below that, we have our charging station. So we got a USB. This is what you're going to use for connectivity as well as software updates. So usually twice a year, Hyundai and Kia release software updates for their vehicles. If they didn't for yours, it's okay. Maybe the next one, but it is free to download. I have done a video on it if you're curious about it. Essentially, you just put it onto a USB drive, plug it into your car. You can leave your car running or you can leave it off, doesn't matter, and it'll project for you. If you're not comfortable doing it yourself, you can take it to a dealership though. In the very center, we have a 12 volt, and then to the right, we have a USB-C. That's right, USB-C, because it's 2023. All right, that was very cringy. Now, just below that, we have our gear shift. So I mentioned this is an IVT transmission. However, it operates just like a regular automatic transmission would. It is very responsive, like I mentioned. And if you want a little bit more spice in your drive, you can put it into drive, tip it over to the left, and then manually select your gears, so upshift or downshift. With this vehicle, as soon as you throw into reverse, your backup camera will be projected, so I'll actually show you that. Check that out. We have dynamic guidelines, so as I turn my steering wheel, my car is going to show me just where I'm going to end up while I'm parking, and honestly, the camera quality is way better than how we film our live videos, so it's kind of sad actually. All right, below that, we have our buttons for our heated seats, 3 different levels for both, like I mentioned, heated steering wheel, and then this is where the fun happens. This knob is going to allow me to select my drive mode, or if I press it down, my traction mode. So you can see, would it be better if I film it?
Yeah,
okay.
It's just a little tight in that area.
The dial itself will illuminate when I'm either in traction mode or drive mode. Let's do drive first though. And we have 3 different options. So starting up at the top, we got eco mode. This is going to dull the sensitivity of the throttle. It's going to feel very, very smooth though for your steering and everything. It's going to operate quite normally with an emphasis on being as efficient as possible. Switch it again. We're in normal mode. Again, a very smooth drive, nice smooth shifting, and not overly sluggish at all. So it's going to be a little bit more responsive than eco mode. Put it into sport mode. Oops, sorry. And everything changes, even your gauge clusters. So you see we got our red accents now. This car is going to want to hold the gear a little bit longer. It's going to feel a little bit more peppy, and it is going to consume a tiny bit more fuel, a little bit more fuel. Still a very fuel efficient vehicle though. So that's nice. Now I mentioned it is front wheel drive. However, we do have traction modes. So in Canada, we get pretty bad winters. It's not fun. It's really nice to have traction control modes because you can change it into snow mode as well as mud and even sand. And we have all 3 of those here in Canada if you drive onto a beach. Other than that, there's not much sand.
Yeah, no.
But it does really help. It will play around with the electronic stability control and just make sure your vehicle has as much traction as possible so you have control and minimize slippage. Okay.
Your favorite word.
Just below that, we have a handbrake. Very nice to have a physical handbrake because you can control the amount of brake pressure being applied. And also you can do handbrake turns.
Yeah.
Not that I endorse that for legal reasons.
Yeah.
Just below that, or to the right of that, we do have 2 cup holders, standard sized. And then we have our center console, which is quite nice. This is also a sliding console, so if I pull it up, you can see we got more space to rest my arms, or I can tuck it away, and it's kind of hidden back there. It's not in the way of me. I'll have Mike show what's on the side there.
Yeah, so of course we're going to mention no sunglass holder.
Yes, but
We got a
there's
sunroof.
a sunroof.
Yeah, there we go. And we have this shelf here. That's why I went to get my glasses, because this Hyundai with this, I just, look at that, man. That just makes sense.
It looks like the glasses stores.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
their
See,
displays.
so I got my glasses on display. Of course, the long-awaited glove box full of manuals and fun stuff, and AKA receipt holder for me. Or you definitely will have your gloves in here, and they'll stay in here while you're in the car because you have a great heated steering wheel. But yeah, no, it does look like. Look at that. It's on display. Anything on there? That's it.
Yeah, we will show the space in the back seats. Mike, anything you want to point out here in regards to how you feel? Like, are you comfortable?
Yeah, and here I'm half out the car so I can get back up on your face. But no, it's you know what it is for me. This vehicle, the price point is great. Inside, it looks fun, right? I think honestly, in my opinion, what's it called? Like Mini Cooper kind of started that, right? Mini Cooper started that.
A fun.
Yeah, just like that fun kind of. Fun look inside. I love the seat patterns.
Yeah.
They look really fun.
I'm going to talk about this. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is a leatherette headrest. And if you're like me and you shed a lot, my hair is always, I'm shedding all the time. It's really hard to take hair out of cloth seats sometimes. You literally have to fish it out because it gets in there.
Oh, see, now it's more valuable.
This is way easier to clean.
Now it's more valuable. Yeah, that's
nice.
actually really cool. Yeah,
so a weird feature. Priscilla asked for a pedal test, and because I'm here, I guess I'll film it from here. See if it's short girl approved. My seat's really far away, so it's hard to reach, but pedals work, which is nice.
And like the price point, right?
Price point's fantastic.
The price point for an Ultimate, yeah, definitely fantastic. Definitely, if your kid is going away for school and they, they're an A average and you still want a budget car, but give them a little bit more, this is a car.
Yeah. Do you want to come on this side maybe, Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess.
So right now I have the driver's seat quite far back on the rail system. It's not very reclined, but it is far. You can see for rear seat room, we got some. It's definitely not our biggest area.
Go in there. Okay, we'll get someone a bit taller in here. So you had that seat pretty back. Oh no, it's a lot more roomy than it looks from the outside when you're in it, for sure. I mean, I've got the seat down. Maybe my big dog hangs out here or like on this side and I'm on that side, but I mean, you can see there's a good amount of room. The seat is a little far back. You guys would have noticed that when she put her foot on the brake, she kind of reached for it too.
Yeah, I had to stretch.
But the way the angle of the seat is, the top.
How much headroom do you have?
It's good because of this concave right here.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even, so.
Right? If it was here, that would be different. But yeah, no, it's good because of the concave.
I'm trying to get that on film, so, sorry, Mike. This is very slanted.
Yeah.
Like very, very slanted.
Yeah, so, could it be a little bit more, like start here, maybe?
Maybe take it in selfie mode and show.
Selfie mode here.
Like, yeah, flip the camera.
Yeah, yeah, hold on, okay, now it's really in my face.
Oh, like stretch your arm
Okay,
out.
so you can see how like the light, see that light kind of, it gets darker here? That's where the concave is, so you could kind of see that there.
Sorry, I'm about to jump scare everybody.
Why?
Wait, if you stretch your arm out to show like how much headroom you have, there you go.
Oh, there we go, yeah. Oh, this is perfect, so you could really see how that's actually a great angle. You could really see how that kind of caves in there. So you get a lot of good headroom. Oh, wow, that looks a lot more bigger now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that worked.
Science.
That worked. Science. Physics.
All right. You can see we have some black pillars, which really breaks out the almost very white and
I like the
color
grill.
block look. Yeah.
Like a baby Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it is. A little cute baby Santa Fe look in the front. So for me personally, I like the Venue, and I like to be very honest, right? I like the Venue in the Ultimate Edition for me.
Yeah.
Right? That's the look that I am okay with. Right? So, and it's because of the grille, it's because the inside looks fun. I like the design on the seats, kind of like very Tron Legacy, right?
Tron.
Yeah, that's some people will get that. But just with the flow of the pattern too, I like the white accents. So with the Ultimate, for me, it's like the price point, right? The price point and what you get is great. If I was a student that when I was a younger students, we just got the cheapest, oldest Civic. You could get her like cheap car. Here you can get, for a great price, you have a car that's going to last.
Yeah.
Right? That you can trade back in, resell,
This
and
vehicle is
have fun
very
with.
budget friendly.
Yeah, hugely budget friendly. Hugely budget friendly.
So you don't feel like you don't have to get something cheap off Facebook Marketplace. You can get very affordable payments in this vehicle and still have some luxuries, some warranty, you know, some safety.
Exactly. Some new car scent
Yeah.
for the price of used car scent.
Hank said horn test, please. Okay, I'll do it, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna keep my mic on, so hopefully it doesn't ruin anybody's ears.
I'm gonna put this right beside it.
Don't do that. No, oh my gosh.
Oh, I didn't need to put that right beside it. Wow. Okay, I'm holding, you know what? I'm holding two mics and talking. It's probably everyone's eardrums are blown out. Trying to whisper.
From you talking. Airbag test.
No.
I don't think we could do that one. When I was a student, I drove a Ford Festiva.
That's funny. Airbag test. Just boom.
Yeah. Teddy test for the trunk. Yeah, let's throw him in there.
Oh, cool. All right. Oh, he's a little mopey today. What happened to yesterday when he was like, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday he was happy.
All right, buddy, get over here.
All right, let's head out back.
Yeah, because this is not a human trunk test moment in the venue.
No. Also, I'll point out the venue emblem.
I like that.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Oh, wow. Oh, and the crossed legs.
Look how happy he is back there.
Oh, he's relaxed. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys saw how this bear was looking before. He's quite happy in
Oh,
the
look
venue.
at that.
I think we'll leave him there, actually.
Yeah, exactly. We'll leave him there for now. You know, I don't want to. Let's give him that smile for a little bit.
Everyone's saying the cars that they drove when they were learning to drive. Mike, what was yours?
My first car?
Like, what car did you learn to drive in?
Oh, wow. I learned to drive in I think it was a 1994 Chevrolet Cavalier.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
And my first car that I actually bought was I forget the year, maybe a 98 Mazda MX-6 Mystere, like the top of the
cool.
line one. Not because I had money, just because the bank gave it to me. But yeah, no, it's funny when you see, I could almost tell everyone's age range when they say what the cars they learned on was.
So, for reference, my first,
What's the car you drive now because you're young?
no, it was a 2007 Kia Magentas, and I love that car. Hello,
yeah,
Mike.
Magenta.
It's nice to see you again, man. And Gabby, always good, looking
Yeah,
good. Thank
I guess
you.
me sometimes only.
Hank also said happy belated birthday. Thank you so much. I
Nice.
still can't believe how many people knew it was my birthday yesterday.
I know.
I don't know how you guys got that
You have
information.
to have it somewhere.
I don't think
Right.
so, but I'm not sure.
88 Oldsmobile, I had one of those too. I'm gonna say I saw Joseph, saying hey Mike, so I'm gonna say
Oh my
hey to
goodness.
Joseph too.
James Bond said Gabby just turned of driving age yesterday. Yeah.
Lucky her.
That's great.
Are you kidding me?
You know how
Lucky
much more
her.
calm I am driving now?
You know how long it takes me to get out of a sedan nowadays?
Yeah.
Spitfire, wow.
Let's see. I've heard Hyundai and Kia are releasing a software update that allows their vehicles with the larger screens and navigation to have wireless CarPlay. Do you know when that'll be available in Canada? So I have not heard anything official for that for either Kia or Hyundai, but once I do, I will definitely let you guys know because this is going to be a game changer. For a lot
That's
of people.
interesting. A software wouldn't there have to be a physical component to make that possible? Like wireless CarPlay?
I
Maybe
don't know.
not. I don't know.
I don't think so. What is the drinking age in Ontario? 19.
19. 18 in Montreal
In
and
Quebec,
Quebec,
yeah.
yeah.
Push button start, you'll love it until it gets stolen.
What do you mean? The push button gets stolen?
Yeah. I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. Who's going to come into a car and take a push button?
Let's see.
Oh, you mean someone can steal the car easier because it is push button? You know, my nephew was telling me that the other day about how do I prevent my car from getting stolen. He's looking into all these things. I'm like, go old school. Get one of those wheel locks, right? That can help.
The Hyundai Venue, so Urbano Design asks, the Hyundai Venue is only gas or hybrido? It is only gasto. Yeah, only regular gasoline at this point.
This doesn't need to be hybrid. It's so efficient on gas. in my opinion. If they made it hybrid, what would it be? 1.7 liters per 100 kilometers.
Yeah.
City and mix.
Gabby's finally legal age to drink. I've passed 19 a while ago. But yes. We live in Virginia. Provided part number
6009, which is on a branded yellow steering wheel club.
Oh, okay.
What?
What is the waiting time for the Ultimate line?
I mean, really the big difference between waiting times is just between gas and electric, or like, electrified.
Yeah, but for
this waiting time would be the same as, pretty much around the same as a regular venue, and you're looking at 5 to 6 months, let's say.
When are the EV9s coming in? So we expect them either late 2023 or early 2024. No official build dates on any of our orders yet, but we will keep you guys updated as we get more information. Still no price to be released yet either. Pat mentioned last week that he is at a dealer meeting this week, so hopefully when he comes back from his trip, he'll let us know some insider information. But yeah.
Of course, OMVIC is worth doing if you're going to sell cars in a dealership.
Yeah,
yes.
if you want to sell cars, definitely.
If you're not going to work in a dealership, I don't know. I don't think so.
Guys, did you know that Hyundai has a collaboration with BTS? I did not know that.
Do they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Not in Canada, at least.
I did see BTS like on TV getting driven around. We're talking about this.
Was it in a Hyundai?
It was in a Kia Carnival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the top of the line
Oh, sorry.
one.
He said Hyundai, but.
Yeah, so if they do have a collaboration with Hyundai, well, it wouldn't be a surprise, right? Same country.
Ronex asked, is it just for selling cars? So it's essentially the dealer ethics, but you do have to get it if you want to sell cars.
Yeah,
legally.
Do I think there's a point of getting it if you're not selling cars or talking to customers or in a dealership? I don't know, no, not at all.
Like if you're getting a position as a tech or a receptionist or something.
No,
not
if
relevant?
you're selling cars or talking to customers, answering questions, anything that has to do with selling cars.
Like where you'd give pricing and.
Yes, giving pricing for sure. Then you have to get it by law.
Yeah.
But if it's just education-wise, you could download the PDF book for free online.
Mm-hmm. Any chance this will go hybrid? So just because of the way Kia and Hyundai are kind of building their pipeline, I will assume at some point it will either become an EV or there will be an EV of equal size that will replace it, but there's still nothing official, concrete at this point.
Yeah, no.
Or even a hybrid.
Yeah, I'm more focusedly excited on maybe one day possibly the Santa Cruz getting a hybrid.
Santa Cruz as a plug-in hybrid would be phenomenal.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But of course we have every and anything else, right, as a hybrid or a plug-in.
Yeah. What are your current finance rates? So it greatly depends on the vehicle. I know quite a few of them are either between $499 and $599, with some of our very, very hard to get vehicles even being $699.
Mm-hmm.
So still no 0%. Those days are gone they've been gone for a couple of years already.
Yeah, we're talking about new older, right? Yeah.
But that's where we're at now. In Canada, if you do have a Kia, you get 1% off your finance or lease rate, which is a huge bonus. But yeah. And now I think we've been filming already for over half an hour, so we should probably wrap up today's video. Yeah, we're at 33 minutes. Thank you again so much for your questions. I will say tomorrow is the last Friday of the month, which means it's Q&A day. So the entire video is dedicated to just answering your guys' live questions in the feed. There's no car walkthrough. I'll be here for sure, and I believe with Tim. Mike, I don't know if you'll be here. Will you be here?
TBA.
To be announced.
Yes.
Okay.
Why? Because I'm busy with that commercial that we're shooting to as well.
Pretty cool. Okay, that's a valid reason. But I'll definitely be there. So if you have any questions we may have missed, please log in tomorrow for 2 p.m. and we'll be there to answer them for you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.